Completely out of date. I totally forgot to do that one thing.
The schedule.
Yes. I
Oh no,
suck.
did you
I'm
at least?
terrible. And that
Did
is
you? Oh well, on our
completely out
off
of date.
days, we go into a rhythm and then we forget to do the little things, and now we
Here.
look like you're doing it now.
Yeah, I could do that real quick.
Um, so other thing that I wanted to bring up was what happens if we get a reschedule on this match that we're looking at.
Um,
Don't know.
yeah, I don't know. That would be not good.
We got an update the other day. A little bird told me that we would be getting an update on Brace Yourself, Clay, DE Tuscan
Ooh,
after Thanksgiving. Yep.
really?
Yep. Maybe 8 weeks after the fact we were supposed to have the release of DE Tuscan, we'd be getting an update on it. How come Volcano can turn around maps in a week, and Tuscan, Tuscan's taking multiple months?
I don't know. Well, since you are, I know you're Rambo, not Volcano. Damn,
Yeah.
that just ruined my whole joke. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was terrible. Second thing is that it's made by Brute, so he's a pretty well known map maker, I suppose, and I guess everybody's kind of waiting on it, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good that we at least have an update that it should be coming out soon. Saving the schedule.
DreamHack is coming, Clay.
Yeah, this weekend, right?
It has been in my dreams. Hacking my dreams? Is that too much of a pun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bit much.
It starts at the end of this week and runs into the weekend. And Clay, I don't think any community of gamers can be more psyched than Counter-Strike right now because clearly StarCraft and whatever Dota and whatever games that DreamHack is carrying this year have had its moments before, and they've been at these tournaments before, and even Counter-Strike has been at this tournament before, but never in the capacity that Counter-Strike will be represented this time.
Oh yeah, huge tournament, 250,000 for Go, biggest tournament ever so far. I mean, that's
In
freaking
Go's
huge.
history.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I think.
What was the biggest for CS back in like the glory days?
Oh geez, I want to say I know of a 500K. That one happened. Is that WCG? I can't even remember anymore. It was a big deal, obviously. 1.6 was.
Oh yeah, especially back then. 500K.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that was the international,
Yeah. What's the status on these servers? As you guys can see, we have just TBD thrown up because there's two matches that we're trying to choose from right now. We're actually
hop on the communicator that we don't like to disclose that we're on.
Oh, okay.
We are going to be doing Ninja's IRL versus Ego.
Oh, L Infinity's team,
the
huh?
server. Uh-huh.
All right. Go ahead and give me that IP then if they have 8, and we will get connected and get right underway. I'm going to edit the stream title real quick.
Yeah. Everybody's like, why are you guys so discombobulated today? Well, it's the holidays and it's our day off, but we were talking to each other. I was like, Clay, what are you doing today? He's like, nothing. What are you doing today? I was like, well, I don't know. You wanna cast?
Want to do a cast?
Okay.
Sure.
So we're here. Hang out with us. Watch some CEVO-Intermediate level play. You'll see some great shots because they're not open players, but you'll also see some mistakes because they're not main level players. There's a lot of gray area in between when it comes to IM, and it's a lot about an evaluation process when you think about these teams, who's ready to ascend to that next level and who's still in development, who's not quite there, and who maybe shouldn't be in that conversation. Yeah, well, Brostake says, hey, I'm an open. Yeah, Perfection Vor is an open. Not everyone who in open deserves to be an open. Not everyone in main deserves to be in main, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, we totally understand that not everybody in their respective divisions are pegged at that skill level. Yeah, CEVO is very new when we talk about its Go launch. It's only in Season 3, so some teams will be out of place, and we'll find out tonight if anybody is out of place, right?
We certainly will. I'm joining the server, and it looks like we got 10 in, so I'm going to go and just switch this over. EvilLock asked how long we were going to be casting tonight. We're only doing this one, and that's going to be it. We aren't going to be doing the Go Show match, unfortunately.
How late are you guys casting the Go Show? Our organization, the Go Show, is playing tonight, and somehow we're not casting it. Should we be reprimanded? I don't even know. Is this live, Clay?
They're LO3ing it right now, actually.
Okay. See, this is like,
I like this quick, no downtime here, getting into this game, though.
yeah, just show up, roll in your sweatpants. Clay, you want to catch? Cool, let's get in. Are they starting? Yep, here we go. You're watching CEVO TV. This is IM, Intermediate Division. This is Aego versus Ninjas IRL. Not ninjas in pajamas, but ninjas in real life. I'm Cotton, my partner is Klops. You're on DE Season. Why? It's because it's a makeup match of Week 5, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a makeup match of
And
Week 5.
is that actually L Infinity, or is that just Infinity? I don't know if that's actually...
I'm gonna go with L Infinity because if it's not him, I'll just be sorely disappointed. I'm about ready for him to show up in chat and be like, "That's not me," but I don't. Really Whatever. We'll call him Infinity because we don't want to make that sort of error. So let's take a look. It's a 2-2-1 split. One decoy to the right at Red Room to make the counter-terrorist think that somebody's over there. But of course, we know that it looks like it's going to be swaying toward A, maybe one coming up through Subway, one going toward Squeaky, and two trying to cross over mid with Icons or the CT side going to be able or perhaps trying to spot the men crossing. The people who are inside bomb site A, as we know.
Killsoft had to have just seen him. I guess he didn't, though.
Yeah, I think so as well. The people inside of bomb site A, AWH, smoked 416, Icons or they're just waiting. It seems like this play has already been sniffed out by the CTs. It's only a matter of time. Beautiful shot there. A neck shot, then a chest shot. Killsoft goes down. AWH steps out to the wrong tune. He went out to the catwalk aggressively, found that people were waiting for him, and went down. It's one down for each team. Smoked has a very hard time killing a totally exposed bomb planter there. He'll be kicking himself there if this team loses this first round. It's down to a 3-on-3. Another exchange there, down to a 3-on-2. Dev and Cynical left. Dev coming up the catwalk, making a boatload of noise and has a flashbang in his eyes. Somehow, I think he just got a kill while blind. His panic mode actually saved him down to a 2-on-1. Cynical left alone on the site has brought it to a 1-on-1. He's got one above him in the construction. I like these clutches. This round has had some comical twists already, but it's going to come down to some very serious shooting because Smoked has no idea where his opponent is, and Cynical has exactly honed in on where his opponent is. This ambush turns, Smoked reacts, twitches on him. Cynical goes down. I like that. You know what? I knew something was going to come back to haunt us, and AWH stepping out onto the catwalk, pushing for no reason and getting picked off, Clay, was the difference in that round.
Yeah, there's a few things that went wrong right there. I mean, the terrorist got in the side and got a smoke down on the CTJ, but then they had only two people on the cat while the guy was planting the bomb, and they couldn't actually see the smoke area too well, so you just saw, I think it was Franklin, just charge right through the smoke and take out the bomb planter, which kind of cost them the round right there. But they almost had the nice reclutch right there, and I like that. Just on the side note, we're just seeing a push here in mid, actually, from the CTs.
I don't think anybody's turning to the left. They're just letting themselves get hit from the side of the catwalk. That's a huge mistake, and that's two people down, including some TKing going on, or assisted TK. 3 down, that's Dev, Stako, and Killsoft already dead. Cynical wounded, Cynical down. That's the bomb dropped, leaving Abba by himself, hiding in the subway. Will not translate anything. Clay, barely any damage taken, all guns preserved. You can't ask for a better round.
Yeah, a total of 9 damage given out by the terrorists right there. So, yeah, I mean, that is just pretty much a perfect round. As you said, they didn't have to force get any rebuys, and they're going to be sitting pretty for the 4th round of the buy round, and terrorists are going to be saving once again. So they're looking good.
One of the things that I noticed that didn't happen that round is when they came over the top of the main staircase out to mid, they were very paranoid about being engaged from the other side, CT mid, and nobody looked at the catwalk. They got blindsided for maybe an entire magazine's worth before anybody turned to engage the man who'd pushed out. That's something that more experienced teams will be looking for. How do they begin to address that?
Well, I mean, it is an eco round, so I mean, I wouldn't say, use your nades since they probably won't have nades, but I mean, that's the main way to stop is, get some flashes going. But either way, just, have people watching that area. You don't need to have 4 people looking towards mid. You can have 1 or 2 watching towards the catwalk area for that push.
Right. An errant shot there by Icon Zor goes completely awry. He missed the person who stepped out at mid. Did no damage there, but he steps out again, makes up for his mistake, delivers about 50% of the damage onto Cynical, and leaves his teammates smoked in bomb site A to deal with any other pushers. Slow push with a long-range Glock engagement play. I don't really like it, and it really tends to end up a lot like what we're seeing here. If you'll take a look at the health bars across the board, You're just slowly getting picked apart from better weapons.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Glock damage deteriorates rather quickly from range, so I mean, it's not going to do much. But it looks like they were trying to do just a fake over towards A to get the rotates and then sneak the bomb into B. But the CTs know better than that, and Infinity is actually defending on the upper B area, and the rotates are actually coming back through.
The fake and reverse on this particular map, not always the best choice because of how long the rotates are. And as we've seen, this clock is now aged down to about 20 seconds, leaving not a whole lot of opportunity for anything to happen. Cynical, the last one left with 5 health, will end the final Aego round, almost surely going to be shot by L Infinity as his shadow turns the corner before L Infinity or Infinity will see him. You know, Clay, I don't think a lot of people know this on DE season, but the way the lighting works on this map, when you come up from outer trying to get to bomb site B upper, your shadow will come out before you.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely something to keep note of, especially if you're gonna play defense on that side of the map. So, but
Yeah,
we are gonna be on a buy run here.
It's
And
all rifles across the board.
Yep.
2 silenced M4s, but mostly homogenous for everybody. M4s and AKs abound. No offing. That means that we might see some aggressive play at mid, and just like I say, it happens just like that. Franklin will be pushing. The number 5 man checks the vent instead of heading into the smoke to challenge Dev, who is waiting at mid with bomb. Smart play for him to check the vent, but he didn't stay with it long enough, and we know that somebody else, Killsoft, is in the vent, and this could be an encounter that we'll be seeing later on. You can see by the minimap play that this is a setup clearly destined for A, but the CTs are very well suited and set up to challenge.
there's a flash from the CTs to peek, but Franklin could have come up with anything right there. And then Killsoft coming out the vents gets that kill, and now mid control is in Terra's favor, so they could pretty much go wherever they want right now. But it does look like, actually, they're all moving towards mid, so they may go back to B. Nope. Someone possibly a fake towards B, and now they're just going to commit to mid.
Right. This is not the kind of map that you can really do too much faking with. You can try the fake early on if you take an aggressive jab step toward one bomb site and move back, but if you go slow and fake slow and then retreat slow, you're ultimately just kind of hamstringing yourself. You're down to a 1-on-2, definitely possible for the T's to put up their very first round unless Infinity shoots Cynical in the back, who does, by the way. Clay, I gotta say that there was really, really good kills there, but I don't know what it was. The timing seemed to just become disjointed after a while, and I saw T's start flooding in one by one. And if they had just kind of all arrived simultaneously, I think that bomb site take would have been much cleaner.
Yeah, definitely. Or even I was thinking, you know, they started to go mid towards B, and I think if they would have just committed to that, they would have had much more success because there's only 1 man left in B after that initial kill and 1 guy defending A. But they should have been able to, you know, just.
Oh no. We have a rogue buy, Clay. Stake goes down to $300, has an AK armor and half nades his teammates have not bought, and he has now ruined his own economy. Infinity will be taken out. This gun will surely be delivered to the T's there, so mistake for him to engage at that distance without the help of his teammate. That benefits the T's on Aego greatly, as they have now picked up an AK and are fielding 2. We have 1 in the jail. Franklin's down in the corner. His M4A1 barrel too long sticking out there, and you gotta know, if you're hiding in a corner with an M4A1, someone will always see you. We have 1 CT, that's Iconzor, waiting in the shipping, heading toward upper, wants to come out of that peak zone, but he's smartly waiting for his teammates. Unfortunately, because his teammates took so long to rotate, look, the number 3 man, AWH, has just only now reached the shipping room, and now because that rotate took so long, Clay, it's virtually impossible to defuse.
It certainly is, and Stako was actually set up there for a nice pick as the rotate came, but he missed his shot, and now he goes down the entry into the site is get by smoke, but he picks up the last man, and I think he's actually. Oh no, there wasn't the last man. Cynical was the last guy.
Cynical
Picking up 2, and AWH, that's a weird one to say, was the last one up, but as you know, time was ticking out, and that's going to make it 4-1. Terrace finally get around.
You know, I had written that one off because it took so long to rotate there. There is some virtue to having faith in your teammates and believing that they can hold onto a bomb site and not fighting on a fake. But when you have everybody in a bomb site and you can hear the beeping of somebody planting, it's time to call your friends over.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, it did take them a little bit longer to get there, but, I mean, they almost had it. But, yeah, exactly. Like you said, especially on this map where rotates take so long. Once you hear that bomb start planting, you got to make sure you have everyone moving over to that side as quickly as possible.
AWH has now decided that he will aggressively be pushing into Subway. He'll find 2 there, 3 there, including the bomb carry. If he decides to turn this corner, he's got 1. He can just barely. There you go. First shot there is very low and away at the hip of Abba, who does not take any damage whatsoever. AWH had the right idea. Unfortunately, his gun level too low, something that's very correctable, but unfortunately not this round. All 5 Ts pressing into A. Smoked and Iconzor holding on. Clay, look at this again. The number 5 and number 2 man nowhere to be found. Not until just now where they called over.
Yep, that's a little bit delayed on that. I mean, they showed some pressure. Maybe they thought they were going to go for another fake again, but look at the smoke. He's in the site like a ninja, just waiting behind all those smokes and picks up a kill, but he does go down. Now it's 2v2, and the bomb is actually down.
Yeah, it is, and it's pretty much unreachable because Infinity has a great line of sight on, and Abba knows exactly where he is, and if you're on auto direct, you should be able to see that Abba tried to decapitate him but could not land the shot. So it's a 2-on-2. It's a standoff of sorts, and that nobody can reach the bomb. It's kind of it's incumbent on the T's to try to make an aggressive play for it. Now Abba to make an aggressive play on it, who is now our clutch man. He and his teammate had a chance to isolate Franklin, who is by bucket. Chance pretty much lost now at 30 seconds. Now Abba, I think if he makes the smart play, he'll actually be hunting players instead, which he doesn't look like he wants to.
He looks like he's probably going to try to go to B, but like we said, you know, the rotates are very long. I think he can actually get there in time if he actually whips his knife out and gets moving, but
he's going.
It's going to be close. 10 seconds.
What's very alarming right now is the CTs seem to not have realized that he's not there.
Yeah, I think they're finally connecting the dots as number 5 man Franklin moved through the side. Didn't see anyone. Yeah, bomb goes down, and here's Infinity coming. Abba needs to hit this shot.
Abba will turn into shipping. I think he heard El Infinity, so he'll turn and follow him. But if he looks to his left, no, never mind. Number 5 man, that's Franklin, and went through mid. So he's got 1. He's jungle stalking him, shoots and brings down Infinity. It's a 1-on-1. Franklin knows exactly where he is. Smokes him out and tries to go for the committed defuse. Does not. He defused, and I don't know if he's faking. He's all going for it. He's all in, puts on the shot, and gets the headshot. Abba goes down. It's another round. Oh, don't. No. Yeah, there we go.
No, he didn't get it. Didn't get it.
Like a millisecond.
Yeah, that was right on the buzzer right there. That's another round for the Terrace. And, man, I mean, good play by Abba right there to go for the rotate to B. I didn't think he was going to have enough time, but he proved me wrong.
Excellent play. Although the theme of the game thus far is the inability to support your teammates. Your slow rotates are killing.
That's the theme of the game.
Thus far, the slow rotates both from CTs and Ts have been really, really hurting their chances for success. And there's another example there where they walked toward B for the longest time and let the bomb timer go. If Franklin had just literally a hundredth of a second more, he would have defused.
Yeah, and you know one thing about that previous round, because, I mean, this is a save round, so it's not too exciting, but they do pick up a kill, and that's a 1-for-1 trade, but all the CTs are very hurt, so I think they should be able to... The Terrorists should be able to pick up this round quite easily. But, yeah, in that last round, just to comment more, I mean, the CTs both had a good visual on the side. Like, they completely had everything covered. And then one of them, the guy at Catwalk, decided to go around to Subway area, which I don't understand why, because if you have the site covered, they wouldn't have lost visual of the guy, and he wouldn't have been able to get out of the site. So he was pretty much trapped, but because they moved, they gave it up and let him go to B. So a little bit of a mistake there.
Ninja's IRL has pretty much given up on this round, having sent Franklin all the way across the map and left Smoked to guard the vent and Iconzor to guard Red Room. I'm going to go to number 1 right now because he's going to have an exit on his hands if he just steps out right now. Oh, everybody's dead. He can go pick up some guns. Yeah, free guns. Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
That worked out in his favor.
Christmas.
Wow.
All right. Up 1, Ninjas in Real Life has slowly let their grip loosen after a strong start. Aego, now back in it, will be sporting an op for the second round in a row. Your point was absolutely on point, Clay, and one thing that could actually change the outcome of this match and the coordination that we're talking about is just one big play, one big mid-control player taking over the game like an opper. But unfortunately, there is no opper for mid.
Abba is actually opping, but yes, he is not over in mid right now. He's actually, well, he's in mid. He's just watching it, thinking that the CTs are going to push, which actually good instinct because they are showing it. And if he was watching the catwalk right there, he probably would have been able to pick up smokes, but now he's retreated more to a safer position.
Yeah. AWH standing on top of the railing, looking down at Subway, hoping to catch somebody by surprise there. Killsoft will be the first one to step through the smoke and doesn't deliver a kill. Abba and Dev, however, will trade out. Iconzor and Smoked now gone. 2 dead for the counter-terrorists, 1 traded out for the T's. Good trade for them. Franklin steps out and while backpedaling attempts to spray down Abba, but we know it's never a good policy to be backpedaling with an AK. He knows exactly where 2 are. They're down at the bottom of the stairwell, but he's now hemmed himself into a precarious position, which may get himself killed. Cynical steps out from the squeaky, gets shot first, but manages to put the headshot onto Franklin. Always aim for the head, because that can happen. It's always frustrating play when you get the first shot off, but the person connects with a great headshot there. Down to a 2-on-2 after a disadvantageous start for them. They've evened it up. Abba, actually not quite evened it up. They've actually pulled ahead a little bit because of the net health of the both teams. Abba and Cynical down to 48 and 13 respectively.
Yep,
So,
and it looks Bomb is actually doing a rotate. Sorry to cut you off right there, but it's rotating to B, and we see Infinity is seeing 1 mid, but he's actually not realized that 1 is rotating, so they're going to be able to get this bomb planted.
if you do get this bomb planted and you're starting to get abused by these far rotates play, you think that it might influence your play in other rounds.
Yeah, Abba actually only has an op, so this defense could be a little shaky here, but he's actually moving up to the higher ground spot, which is probably smart.
I am on our number 9 man. Abba steps up, looks jail, has no one there yet. He has a team, or both CTs waiting. Abba puts a shot wide, had he had a counter-terrorist waiting there, immobile, not even aware of his presence, and still did not connect the shot. That's got to be so disappointing.
It definitely does, but that is another one for the counter-terrorists, and they're going to keep the lead going with them. I believe that's going to be 5 now. 5-3. Come on.
It is 5-3. Ninjas in real life have put up another one. They're now +2 over Aego, who is buying. I don't understand. Abba has gone Pro 90 armor, full nades, and his teammates have decided not to. Perhaps a strategic calculation here to follow somebody with a rifle, but this time an SMG, and try to get something out of it. I'll be honest, Clay, it looks a bit like miscommunication here. We got a big rush heading toward B, 1 outer defending. That's Infinity, who gets gunned down. He trades out 1 before delivering his gun again, but that push at outer has given T's guns twice now in ways that it probably shouldn't have in the past. So down to a 4-on-4, but the T's, for every kill that they garner this round, it's a small win for them.
Yeah, I don't really like that push that Infinity keeps doing. I feel like it just leaves your head very much exposed compared to the terrorists, so I feel like it's a lot easier for them to kill you there than for you to kill them. So, but yeah.
It's very hard to angle peek that as well. You can't just partial peek and look like angled to the left, because you got to do a full 90-degree peek. And if you do a full 90-degree peek, chances are you're going to be looking at like 2 or 3 terrorists, and it's all bad after that.
Exactly, and look at this. The rotate is actually coming back around. We got 1 push over by the catwalk. He's getting. Oh, we saw the. What was that?
AWH is lagging bad. He loses his opportunity to bring down 2 terrorists there after standing in perfect position. Franklin on the opposite side of mid will attempt to rectify his mistakes. Abba steps through, enters Horseshoe. Smokes missed the shot. He backs off into construction. I'm certain that his teammate tells him where it is, and they smoke him out to make his position totally irrelevant. Great play there.
No smoke at CTJ. Oh, there it is. Finally.
There it is. Now the CTs are locked out. They've got to make a ballsy push through this smoke, and I don't think that they... Oh, they will. Killsoft is ready, and that's got to be a bad thing. We've heard from many pros, Clay. Smokes like walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember Franklin pushing through the smoke on the pistol round, so I figured he would do it again, and he certainly did. But this time, the terrorists were set up and they were watching it, and they were able to pick him off quite easily, as we know. But look at this smoke coming in strong, picking up 1. Dinks Abba. He has a chance to get this.
And leaves 2. Staco on the far side at bucket with his P250 is stalking Smoked, who has no idea where the second man is, but has a good idea of where Abba is. And if Abba doesn't clear this distance, he's gonna yep. He will get killed by that bomb. But at least Staco lives, and that's another round picked up for Aego, who have now picked up 4. It's 5-4. It's a close game. A game that's actually quite entertaining, and it's not without its errors, but you can tell
definitely not.
Yeah, you can tell these guys are still trying to make the big plays, and I can see by the man rushing through smoke, the person hiding at the odd angle, the guy trying to make an aggressive push to make the play. And though they make the mistakes, I also appreciate the big play effort.
Yeah, no, they're. I like I like that they're actually playing and trying their hardest, and it's going back and forth, so it's making for a close game. But yeah, like you said, quite a few errors going on, but nothing too unexpected. But yeah, it's entertaining to say the least.
Dev waiting at T side mid will be looking at the catwalk for an aggressive pusher. This is a heavy, heavy stack at A, so he's right to be looking there. Our number 5 man actually might push all the way up through catwalk. Actually, no, that's Franklin, who has been boosted on top of the slanted shed roof at A, so he won't be pushing. They'll all be waiting, trying to catch them in a trap. Killsoft is rotating back toward T-spawn. This tells me that I think that this rotate back is an intended strat for A. If they push into A, they may be running into a death trap if ninjas in real life can hit all their shots. Killsoft now in Subway will be approaching Horseshoe, and the moment of truth, Clay, it's really coming. Cynical will be the first one, I think, to find out where anyone is. He saw the arm, Icons or sprays him down and doesn't aggressively push him. They know it's an eco round by the posture of the arm that was being held up, so I don't know why he's being as tentative as he is. Here comes another push out. Killsoft pre-fires. There's 2 down immediately, simultaneously. AWH will trade out the first and bring down a second. Big play by him, unfortunately, brought down by a teammate. It's down to a 2-on-1. Franklin ninja down from his position, who happens to be a ninja IRL, by the way. He's got full health and not a gun. Abba will bring him down. It's tied up 5-5, and you know what? We like close games there. That was a good way to stack the bomb site. It was a great guess, and they managed to translate a bunch of that into rebuys.
Yeah, it almost worked out. You saw they were the counter terrorists. Sorry, excuse me. The terrorists actually picked up 2 kills and figured, okay, that's the A guys. We're clear to get into the site, and they ran in without checking the rest of the corners. And of course, the stack CTs were able to pick up 3 kills. So yeah, good job forcing rebuys, and it actually almost turned into a win for them. So good strat.
Yeah, you know what? Too many times we see a pro team stack a bomb site trying to pull off that, and a good scouting probe move from one sort of entry player will kind of, I'll get back to that in a second. Iconzor's pushed all the way up through into Subway, found the man who is standing in Subway with his,
Looks like a knife.
Yeah, knife out, not thinking that anything would happen, but of course that is the punishment for anyone who is not prepared to do combat when you step immediately down there. So we have 2 there pushed all the way up to that position. They were not prepared for that, and it's completely thrown a wrench into their plans here. Franklin, if he can just translate another kill there, will make this that much easier for them. Abba's down, as well as Cynical. So we were just talking about, I can't tell you how many times we see pro players who, nice control there. Infinity brings down Stako there with a 6th or 7th bullet to bring down that headshot. How many times we see a pro team guess a bomb site thinking that, okay, it's an eco round, let's take the big gamble, hold on to this bomb site with like 4 players and just hope that they walk into our clutches. And a good entry fragger or a good entry scout player will come in, maybe see somebody's shadow, maybe see an arm with an arm peek, a shoulder peek, and then be like, oh, I get it. And then everybody turns around, they go plant another bomb site, and the ecoing team is just like, damn it.
Yep, yeah, but I mean, to be fair, we've also seen our fair share of pros not checking their corners like you would expect them to, and getting screwed for it. But yeah, they do have the game sense to suspect.
We have a 5-man rush going on here. I got to cut you off because when 5-man rushes happen, they all slow down and start walking in the doorway after everyone hears them, apparently.
Yep.
Abba runs in. He's got a Graphite Nova, and that's not how you do it. If you want to win on these eco rounds, you got to have the walnut. Franklin throws a smoke to block the doorway. Smart play by him, but unfortunately that bullet connects with him. He trades out with a post-mortem death nade there. Bomb planter behind the tri-box also goes down. These T's made a valiant effort to earn some money this round, but as they all stack up trying to get that bomb planted, they are systematically being wiped out one by one. Dev, the last one alive, has an AK to his name, will be brought down by smoke from the jail position. They wanted so desperately to get that bomb plant down, Clay. It was the right play. It was the right call. Let's get this bomb plant and get some money, but the CTs were just too staunch, would not give them the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing too crazy going on in that round. They had good entries, but then the CT defenders just came in and made the shots that they needed to make and just secured the round. So 7-5 is the new score. Ninjas in real life in the lead, and we are still on a bye. And we see Abba wielding that op once again.
I like oppers. I'm surprised that the CTs who are on the defensive and are playing on a map with really long engagement distances are not fielding a single opper. So it may be a specialty of theirs to be a rifle only, but it's unorthodox to not at least see one experiment here or there.
Yeah, exactly. You would expect to see at least someone on one side whip out an op at least 1 or 2 rounds throughout the game. I mean, we have seen it before where, they don't have anyone on their team who's like 100% confident in, but they will pull it out a few times. So it is a little odd to not see an op at all from this team.
Cynical has his nade out, will have the opportunity to bring down Smoked as he lets his teammate die but manages to save himself there. Smoked had the chance to pick up an easy double but decided to strafe out and keep on spraying instead of letting his crosshair heal. Abba will bring down Franklin as he charged all the way across mid. Another kill on the other side of the map. That's a Stako kill on AWH and has cleared up the top end of bombsite A. Ooh, Iconzor gets absolutely demolished by an op. Last shot is from a blind Abba. 3 kills by that op in 1 round. All of them critical to the success. One killed a camper, 1 killed a rotator, and 1 killed the clutch man. So I think Abba wins MVP of the round.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. And looking at the money now, we're seeing 8-6, 7-8. So 2 guys with lots of cash, and I think they're going to actually pull out a buy here for their teammates since it is the second to last round. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Take a look, if you will. Pull up your queue for me and go to Smoke for total damage dealt. If you can't already tell, he's the top fragger for the CTs, but look how high above the watermark he is for the average damage on both teams. It's absolutely ridiculous how much he's carrying his teammates in this first half.
And you're talking about Smoked, right?
Yes.
Yes, he is. He is just dominating it right now.
Yeah. Now, remember that these don't always translate into kills, but you got to know that the damage that he's doing, it looks like he should have dropped like 25 by now, but he's at 17. It may as well be because of the fact his contribution. Oh, nice. 1 tap. Killsoft will bring down Franklin. That first kill, a good one. That's displaced the CTs who have no coverage at B. It now falls upon the in-game leader of the terrorist side of Aego.
Coming from Infinity.
Yeah, it is. It's incumbent on the T's to understand that if you bring down one of the players from B, you should probably push B. That mistake has cost them this early advantageous situation, now leaving the terrorist side in a 1-on-3. Killsoft will face off against Iconzor, AWH, and Smoked. Clay, you kill that pusher from B, you press B, right? You go B?
Absolutely, and it also, I mean, it's a signifier that maybe perhaps the other one is pushing B as well, so you might want to check your back. But yeah, they didn't have the game sense to acknowledge that, and they got punished for it really hard. As you can see, they're probably going to lose this round because it's going to be Killsoft on a 1v3 clutch opportunity. And right now, I mean, he could go mid to B and have a good shot, but it's not really looking too good for him.
Looks like he's favoring jail side. He'll walk through and past the vents and find AWH waiting, who is actually looking at the bomb site. So they'll have an equal opportunity to twitch. AWH has just realigned. He's going to give away his position. AWH goes down. Everybody knows where he is. He has 10 seconds left to plant. Killsoft will get this bomb plant down, and he'll have 2 CTs coming from A. The number 1 man, Iconzor, and Smoked, the number 4 man. So he's got a lot of time to work with and no kill cam to give away his position. So he'll choose to play outer, go to upper, and play from this position. Typical position considering where he planted. If he can get an early kill, he can definitely clutch here. And Killsoft, who is the top fragger of the T's, has probably the best chance to pull this off. That smoke is not what he wanted. He'll wait for the diffuse sound and jump the railing. Why would he jump the railing?
Because he couldn't quite see him through the smoke, I don't think, and I think he got a little flustered right there when he saw the 1 CT, and he couldn't decide who to shoot, him or the bomb planter, bomb diffuser. So, yeah, a little bit of a mistake right there. He could have probably easily had that. That's unfortunate.
Oh no. Well, actually, a very good half for both teams thus far. We are being a little bit critical because of us just being critical, us being holiday Grinches, but they're playing and playing close. 8-6 is a good split. 8-7 is a perfect split. 9-6 would still be a good split here. One thing that we should notice about Aego, and we should compare in the second half play, is that Aego is predicated almost 100% on set pieces, build-ups, and hard strats, as opposed to defaults, build, and scouting, which is more of the not a invite level play, but it's sort of what 50 or 60% of invite level play is made up of. A good change up between set pieces and more, artistic, flowy, fluid defaults.
Yeah.
When we look at ninjas in real life in the second half, I wonder if it'll be more creativity in the sense of defaults, or if it will be more hard set strats.
I have a feeling it'll be a little bit more default positions, but we'll see.
Touchdown, Nade.
Yes.
Abba will bring down Franklin. It's down to a 3-on-4. Nade's coming toward, players coming toward B, including the bomb, the #1 man. I'll go to him right now. Iconzor's in the smoke above upper. I don't think anyone knows he's there. He hears the bomb plant. He'll get a free kill. Oh, he couldn't wrap it up. Clay, the #1 thing I hate in all first-person shooters, I put a number of bullets on my opponent, I'm convinced he's dead, and I pull my crosshair off to move to the next one, and it just got Iconzor killed.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem that happens to a lot of people. I know it happens to me as well. But, you know, you just got to make sure you actually see that body drop before you move away from the kill zone. So. And
That's
nice defense, yeah.
It's a perfect half.
Yeah, close half, 8-7. So, I mean, it's still anyone's game here going into the second half.
You are watching CEVO TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klaus. You're joining us today to watch CEVO-Intermediate. We are technically off for the holiday week, but no rest for the weary.
Yeah, we had a couple reschedules, but that's all right. We get to cast some CS, so that's always fun.
Couple announcements. If you are a multi-gaming type of person, which I know a lot of you are, CEVO has launched 2 beta cups, 2 newly released games. You may have heard of them before, Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts. Sign up now for the beta cup and a $500 winner-take-all test cup. Obviously, the prize pool, nothing to write home about, but of course that means that if you play this and the user base is large enough, we're going to have future cups, future tournaments, or leagues for these particular games, and CEVO will continue to support them with greater returns on each and every season. So if you are interested, or you have friends who are interested, tell them, or get yourself signed up, and we'll see you probably cast your games and have you E-famous by the end of it all. Cynical, nice perpendicular shot there. A triple kill there. He's got 3 bullets and got 3 kills. That was freaking amazing. 3 down. Suddenly, this T-sided take that had everybody thinking that this round was already wrapped up for ninjas in real life, this has been totally soured here. It's down to a 3-on-2. AWH and Franklin now have to make big plays here. AWH starts, he gets shot in the side, and he's stuck behind that double box, and if he doesn't get out of it, he's pretty much screwed. Nobody on the CT side has a kit. You got to keep that in mind. So, oh, never mind. That kill was fast, and this will be a kit defusal after ABBA picks one up.
That, whatever Cynical just did, right there was completely outrageous. I have to say. And I think maybe it was a little bit of luck thrown in there. But, I mean, nice regardless. But, yeah, I mean, that just completely threw the round in their favor.
ABBA's about to change his name to Forrest, and then we will feel dumb.
You mean Cynical?
Right, yes. Yeah. Yes.
It's okay. So they come up with that pistol round, which is really important for them to help take the lead here, and they should be able to get up probably 2 more here going into these rounds, and it looks like we're going to just see another full rush going towards B outer this time, so nothing too special from the terrorists so far. Actually, they're taking it slow now. God.
Well, you know, anybody who's listened to our cast before knows that we've done a lot of research on this map, and the timing for when the encounter point happens at bomb site B, you tend to find people in that front boiler room, that B main as we like to call it, and it's very, very difficult to 5-man rush in this particular map. I'm not saying that these people listen to us at all because we are no Counter-Strike experts, but, you know, I think most people have caught on to the fact that it's hard to do a 5-man rush, and they just kind of run to red to be efficient with their time and then slow it down a little bit here. And they simultaneously accelerate like this. Killsoft will be the first one to find anybody. He'll spray down. AWH smartly does not reload. He brings down a double for his aim. Both headshots there. Clean kills. Franklin almost delivers a kill there. Dinks Dev before he turns on him and goes Bison all over him. Smoked. Picks up a FAMAS. Has 24 rounds. Cannot pick up a kill. This bomb will be defused, but Clay, a eco-round bomb plant is always a victory for T-sides, especially when their economies are cheaper than the CTs.
Exactly. Like you said, you know, once they were taking it slow, they might know that you could get the encounter point in B main. So, yeah, good job by the terrorists. And I like it as well just because we're not seeing standard, I give up rounds on ecos. You know, they're actually trying to get the bomb down, get some extra cash, and look at this. We're seeing a 3rd round buy, which we don't normally see too much anymore, but they're going to do it, and they can take it.
One of our viewers says, casters say yeehaw after the next kill.
Yeehaw!
Well, you got it, so we don't have to do it anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Clay. You know what? I'm looking at these things, and I'm like wondering, how many people in the last week have messaged me during cast, literally not caring if we were live and it might distract me, and they'll be like, when's the next time you guys are doing a drunk cast? I want to be there. I'm like,
Everyone's asking for the drunk cast again.
Yeah, like I haven't even talked about doing a drunk cast. We're not doing a drunk cast. They're like, you're not? Oh.
They want it.
They want it. It's a 2-2-1 split leaning toward A. We have an aggressive push coming up out of Catwalk. That's a number 7. By the way, look right here. Staco kind of knows. He gets a flash, backs up into Bucket. He's made a lot of noise, so he can't really back up without getting shot. But unfortunately for Smoked, Staco stood his ground, brought him down, and has now delivered for his team. He's got 13 health, though, so that wasn't the best trade for him, though he managed to escape alive.
He actually knew exactly what was going to happen. Someone from mid threw a flash over towards Cat for him, which was going to signify someone pushing through the squeaky door.